Better and better, man. This is looking good. This is looking good. I like what you're doing here. Um, I particularly like the fact that you've embedded this a little bit more. It's not a massive change, but it helps meld it together so that it begins to feel like, yes, these are his eyelids, but it doesn't feel just stuck on. It feels like it's more a part of it. So just that little bit of an addition has gone a long way. Um, I'm fine with you not doing the lip thing that I'd done. I just thought that looked cool. So that was more of a, hey, this is a cool idea, not a, you had to do that. And actually, I like the fact that you've given some thickness to the straw. I think that's a smart idea, especially if you start posing this and moving this thing around. You're not going to get like that paper thin edge, so that's going to look a lot better. Now, something that I noticed as I'm looking at this, check this out. Like, I like this looks pretty cool. If you smooth it, you end up with that, and that's because these are two separate pieces. So I would fix that because that's funky. And again, that's going to come down to simply going in here and just welding some points or bridging the polygons. Any one of those things will do to clean that up. But if I'm being completely honest, I mean, really, you don't even need this split right here. So even if it's not together, I would lose this split and just have this be a solid, one big solid polygon, so this is just a long four-sided polygon as opposed to having all these extra polys in here. They're not serving any purpose, they're not doing anything for you, and it makes it for funkiness, especially if you smooth it like that. So you can go with smoothing to make this feel a little more organic and soft like the rest of your model, or you can keep it where it's, I mean, even like this, it's pretty hard edged, and I mean pretty well rounded, and looks pretty good. So I would keep that. And I will say, I very much like the idea that you've made a little 4-pack thing and you're going to have him sitting on that. I might actually take this and, once you have him posed on it, rotate it, just a little bit. So it's like 45, 50 degrees, something like that, just so it's a little bit more dynamic pose instead of just perfectly straight on. I think that'll look better. And then, of course, I would make sure to bring this up so he's actually standing on the ground instead of floating up in space. So I would do that. I would bring that up so especially if you start lighting it, so your shadows will cast properly. And of course, when you do that, you're going to have to make a little bit of adjustment because now the box sticks down through the ground in terms of that flap of the box. So again, this just continues to get better and better and better, and I'm telling you, when you get to the point where you're texturing this sucker, it's going to look really nice. You're going to have this nice cartoony, kind of piece for your portfolio. So all this is just looking better each time I see it, and I think you should be well and truly pleased with your progress, sir. So yeah, man, keep going. But this thing is really coming together nicely, and I'm very pleased with where you're taking it and your instincts and the things you're doing.